Sorry, I'll do it again. Hello. In honor of Peter. That's our shtick. And he lost one of his 4 cats a few weeks ago, and he's devastated, obviously. So my heart goes out to you, Peter. As always, you're just a wonderful person, human being, and I know what it's like to lose a beloved companion. And so Lucas, and Peter, this video is for you. There. The gummies haven't, I guess they're starting to kick in a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see where it takes us. I'm sure we will all know when they finally do kick in full force. Well, not force, but you know what I mean. When I really start to go off the rails. Is that, I can't tell if I'm lying. I think that's okay. Is that okay? I'm just going to, I think she looks great. Oh, and speaking of beloved cats, our Lily Bell, it's her birthday today. She is 12, though I suggested we go backwards and say that she is 10. We don't know, or her mother doesn't know, and I don't know too, but her mother doesn't know exactly when she was born, except that she thinks it was in March. And so we celebrate her every day, but today is her birthday, though it's actually the whole month. It's actually the whole year. Who am I kidding? Anyway, so leave any happy birthday wishes to Lily Bell. I'll make sure she gets them. I would love for her to come in here because I think her mom gave her a bath. Not that she ever smells anything but lovely. I know because I pick her up and I go, and she smells delightful all the time. Yes. I sniffed the cat because I'm kissing her and smooching her. Just so much. I respect her boundaries. Plus, she has a new birthday bow on, and she's just so. I was at work yesterday, and some coworker friends and I were just like oohing and eyeing over. I was going to say gooning, but I realized that means something different. But doesn't it seem like back in the 80s or 70s? I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaking that, getting that confused with the Goonies, which is a great film, by the way. Wonderful film. Great Cyndi Lauper song. She's wonderful too, isn't she? I've become such a drag queen. But you will see, because I have I'm still struggling with dosage. Clonopin dosage, and hence, they're kicking in. Hence, I am still struggling with my CPTSD symptoms and suicidal ideation, which I told my doctor about, and that's all I'm going to say about that, or else I'm going to get, oh my gosh, I think I do that. My nose has been running. Oh no. Here, I'm going to use my shirt. The weather has just been crazy. And I don't really have allergies. For some reason, my nose has been a little, like, runny. I mean, not runny, enough for me to blow my nose all the time, but all this, like, I snort, I, like, laugh that way, and a little light mucus came out. See, this is content this content is why I have 12 subscribers. I love you all. I don't know who you are, but I love you. And anyway, so I decided to treat myself because I'm still struggling with those things. And I tried eye makeup that I saw on Pinterest, and I don't have a picture anymore because I need to erase some of my photos because I've got so many photos on my phone, even though I still think I have plenty of space. But anyway,
So, because I had some dark green. Well, it's dark green, but it's not highly pigmented. Listen to me, Trixie. Please hit me up and let me be on your, or give me access to your, uh, to your email even. No. Anyway, you call me. You know who I am, or not call me, but DM me because I am sounding more and more like her channel. The results are not the same, obviously, but it's not highly pigmented dark green. So this is like 3 layers of it. But so in the Pinterest picture, it was like really dark forest green, which is why I saved the photo because it's so pretty. And then it was metallic, like gold, and I had like a rust gold, a darker rust gold, and I put that in the crease, and then I put a little bit of the green, just one layer, and then a layer of the metallic underneath. And I actually can tell I put on mascara, which I have not done since I bought new mascara. So this is the first time I've had it for like 3-4 months and I haven't used it. But look at me. I use e.l.f. Lash and Roll. I've used another of theirs, I think, but the wand was, I don't know. This one's fine. This is fine because who knows when I'll use it next. Maybe I'll get in the mood of using it more. But because I used it today, e.l.f. is really good. And actually, I'm glad now that I can order them. Or I always could, but I used to have them at my CVS, and they don't sell them at CVS, probably because everybody stole them. And that's just the way it is. Almost everything is locked up at my CVS. You have to use your phone to get it to unlock. Anyway, you've been through all this. So anyway, I treated myself to a new eye. So let me know down in the comments what you think. And I'm going to do the smile. And of course, I'm wearing my e.l.f. I'm using the one that feels very pillowy. And the same blush. It's an e.l.f. blush. Everything I have on is an e.l.f. Camera Concealer. Which, I look a little tired today. Even though I slept in. And I went to Trader Joe's. I went to Trader Joe's later than planned. But they still had everything I needed. But I feel like the prices have gone up. I feel it even at Trader Joe's. Though I did have to buy some items that cost a little bit more. Like I had to buy more coconut aminos, which is like $5. And then they didn't have my wonderful oats mix. So I had to buy boxed, the individual boxed mix. Which, I mean, I say we're first world, but we are definitely not the best. We have never been the best. You know I'm talking about the U.S. Ooh, lyrics. Because I've been watching Rob Squad reactions of my favorite songs. And also there's another one, Lost in Vegas. Of course, they're both on YouTube. I'll link them down below if you're interested. And I've been watching some of my favorite reactions of theirs. And I don't know where I was going with this. But anyway, you know what I've also been doing? I decided to rewatch because I'm in a phase right now where I'm having a hard time wanting to watch anything new. It's like my mind just can't accept new information because every day I wake up and I'm like, I can't believe good morning, fascist regime. It's just it's so visceral to me. And I just can't believe we're walking around and I know there are a lot of people out there doing very hard work and have been doing very hard work and very committed and ethical and conscious of doing the right thing or doing better and fighting the good fight. And I don't mean that in a violent way because, you know, I'm not a violent person, but I kind of wish that I decided, I'm going totally off track, but I decided to get a shingles vaccine. I've never been not, you know, anti-vaccine, but I already take a lot of drugs, meds, and I got all my COVID vaccines. That's, you know, so obviously it's pretty, I still wear my mask, and it has kept me from getting sick this year. I know because I went without my mask for a certain period of time last year, no, the year before, the Thanksgiving, Christmassy time before, so that was 2024, and I got sick. I got the flu and I got COVID again. Thanksgiving, Christmas 2025, after a year after, and having worn my, you know, saying, that's it, I'm wearing my mask for the rest of my life. No, knock on cardboard, no flu and no COVID, or I haven't gotten sick. Except for this rash. Do you want to tell me rash? I'm thinking, I don't know what it is for sure. It's like bumps, and then they coalesce. I have a poem, actually. I will share that poem, probably on Substack someday, because I don't know if there's a way you can transfer your, like, blog from one thing to another. But, here, just stare at my disgusting rash while I talk to you. They've kicked it. But, rash. So, anyway, it worries me because it could either be psoriasis, though it doesn't look like psoriasis. My stepfather had psoriasis, and it looks so far it looks different than this. But I have had eczema. I had eczema, pretty bad eczema when I was a kid, and that is an autoimmune disorder as well, or disease as well. And I've had many of them since childhood. They're just kind of like one dies, and then is resurrected as some other autoimmune disease. And I know it's all because of my childhood trauma. Oh, so I decided to get because of Dr. Michael Greger. Because, and you know what's so funny? And I talked to a friend at work, and he said he got his shingles. And I was thinking, this made me think about a time back when I was married, and like the inner left knee area, I got all of these really, you know, tiny but blisters, and they were so painful. And I have a feeling this was before, you know, I was still married, so I was not in any sort of healing whatsoever. In fact, it was, you know, so my RA was completely, I wasn't even, you know, diagnosed. I knew I had it, but I didn't get I didn't get officially diagnosed until several years later. And of course, I didn't go to the doctor for it, and it wasn't usually, from what I've read, they say like the shingles. This is such exciting stuff, isn't it? But anyone, babies, you know, young people, kids can get the shingles too. As long as you've had the chicken pox, you've still got that in there, so you can get that. And they say after 50, you should get a shot. Plus, I have a compromised immune system. Having said all that, in combination with this rash, whatever that is, which could be eczema, and that makes me think, oh God, you know, that like it's like a red flag to me that I know people use the word dysregulated now a lot. It's like it's a trendy word now, but that's exactly how I feel. I feel completely dysregulated. I feel like I have no control over I have control over to function to the best of my ability. But I mean, I'm really struggling. And of course, I use humor to yes, the tears. Speaking of tears, but I'll say that later. Anyway, and he said he reminded me that I had that back when I was married, and that it looks upon reflection a lot like a small case of shingles, and it was really painful. Now I had cold sores growing up because I guess my mom kissed me once or something because she used to get cold sores too. And of course, cold sores also a lot of them are caused by stress or flare-ups or whatever you want to say because it's hiding dormant. So I put my money on I have to buy some more lip deal, but I'm waiting for a full paycheck to order. So I'm using all this up, even though Nivea you test on animals. This probably has. Oh no, it did say it was vegan. That's why I bought it. But who owns you? Biersdorf in Germany. Germany. Well, I guess you might be sad. I heard you were like there's like a new nationalistic right kind of happening in Germany, but Germany has been very since the Holocaust and World War II seems to have become very progressive in many areas. It's probably made. Where is it made? Made in Mexico. Fuckers. Anyway, but I'm still using it. I'm just not recommending it. I don't recommend it. And I'm using it just because I want to finish it. You know. I don't like waste. Fuck. I'm sorry. I actually feel like my new medication, my new biologic, I'm taking it bi-weekly. And so I've only had one dose. But I'm feeling very cautiously optimistic because I feel like my energy is just a tad and my pain is a tad more noticeable. And oh no, my pain is less a tad. We're talking a tad. It's still like a 7 or 8. A 7. But that's every day for 25 years, people. Just remember that. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 25 years. That's a lot. And there have been 10 times. And I'm just going to say 10 is the highest you can go, but it felt even worse than 10. Anyway, I'm happy. So I am going to manifest that this medication gets me in remission. The fact I'm taking it bi-weekly is because of what I weigh. Damn it. But again, I'm having like body issues. Like I will always. Well, no, actually, But see, I don't know if that's natural because I feel like I might be underweight. Though not one doctor in the year that I've probably been to the doctors 6 times last year, which doesn't seem like all that much, but it's a lot. Usually I have to take the day off, and if I don't have leave, it's unpaid. Great. Anyway, and I have lost I've lost almost 30 pounds, and not one doctor has mentioned anything to me. You know, I'm like, in the past year you've lost, like 28 pounds. Are you doing something differently or blah, 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 blah. And anyway, so that's why I'm taking a half dose, or, taking it bi-weekly. But even the bi-weekly seems like it might be doing something. It's called, what is it? I wrote it down, but I can't. Not like you need to know. Unless you have rheumatoid arthritis too. Tyen, I think that's what it is. Tyen, Tyenne, something like that. That's the generic name. Because of course they wouldn't cover the, not that I really care, but they wouldn't cover the brand name. So I'm hoping that works. I picked the song because of the lyrics, and it's a wonderful song. It was actually written, I didn't realize this, written by Leonard Cohen, and I want to give out his collaborator's name too, because she's a woman, or she was at this time. No, I think she's still a she-her. Well, I don't know if she's a she-her, but she's just showing faces. They have definitely kicked in, because I'm being, not silly, but I'm word salad. Sharon Robinson. In 1988, they wrote this song everybody knows. And in 1990, Concrete Blonde, a wonderful band, woman lead singer, a female, maybe that's easy to say, female lead singer. Oh, I wish I could remember her name. Anyway, it's such a great song. And all you have to do is listen to so he wrote the song with Sharon Robinson in 1988. Now that is like right towards towards the end of Reagan's second presidency, and he was considered to have had dementia or Alzheimer's for the last two at least years of his presidency. He was an awful president. Awful. I don't care what anybody says. He was the beginning of what's left of the downfall of the United States. He deregulated everything. He ignored the AIDS epidemic. His entire I was about to say reign. Isn't that sad? Because anyway, the actor who just, the Iraq War. Sorry, the Iraq War. He hurt this country so much. He hurt the vast majority of its citizens and anyone else who comes here for refuge, which the fucking Statue of Liberty is supposed to represent. I'm saying a lot more than I thought I was going to say. It's because it kicked in. Anyway, so if you haven't heard the song before or listened to it before, I have not listened to Leonard Cohen's version of the song, the original version of the song, but I love Concrete Blonde's version. First of all, because I like it, and she's got such a great gravelly, and just so there's just so much personality and gravitas to her voice. You can hear like the sardonic humor in her voice, and the sarcasm and the irony and what the fuck is going on about her voice. It's really great. And I found out about that song because of that film, Pump Up the Volume, with Christian Slater. And I couldn't tell you anything about the film now. I don't know if I ever need to watch it again. But the soundtrack is very good, and that song is on it. And that was one of the best parts. Music's like the best, I would love to be one of those people who picks out music for films. I know I've said this before on the channel, but I would have such a wonderful time doing that. I wonder if you need a bachelor's degree to be able to do that. Probably. You probably need a lot that I don't have. So I recommend that Pump Up the Volume, 1990 soundtrack. Try the film too. Like I said, I don't know if he was a DJ. I don't know. It kind of the title, it kind of like alludes to that, right? Something like that.
and I can't remember who, like the female lead or any of the other actors in it. But the soundtrack is really good. It's got the song with this title because I'm just kind of sick of it. Not just kinda. I've been sick of it for a long time. I know I need to get out of the city. And I know there are problems, and I need more nature. Let's put it that way. But everybody knows. It just made me think of all the homeless people I see every day, and a lot of times I see the same every day. And I've said this before on the channel, but hearing the song just, brought it full force back to me. I don't know why I keep saying full force. It sounds very aggressive. Anyway, it just brought it back. It brought it up for me again. How we had been programmed. And there's a new book out called Disposable. And it's about America's either hatred or resentment or something not complimentary for the underclass. I think it's underclass. And I'm assuming they mean lower classes, which in a lot of very top places for the happiness ratio, some of those places are we consider poor, but they have so many other priceless things that, anyway, they're not. But I just, it's really hard. I walked home from work one night, and that was because I wanted to stop to pick up some gummies, and just wanted to. I know money is tight this month, but I just, it helps with my pain, and it helps with my emotional pain, because nobody holds doors for anybody anymore, and then nobody notices anybody anymore unless it's on some reality show or on TikTok. I'm not saying there aren't exceptions. I've had some lovely moments since moving here, but the fact that we just walk past unhoused people and their companion animals, some have companion animals, every day. And I know that there are people out there working hard. I know there's Housing First. I know there are other organizations that work very hard. And if I could donate or do more except speak out and link your information below, I will do that. That's why Buy Housing works, because they're a wonderful organization, and they were created to help during the AIDS crisis that Reagan completely ignored. And plus, he killed tens of millions of people through his wars. But all presidents do. Democrats do too. Tens of millions of people, or more. And of course, we know trillions of non-human beings are slaughtered. I always call it. I remember just recently I was watching a Joy Vegan short. And Jesus, can't remember how she put it. Anyway, it's just the fact that there's just so much unnecessary harm and death and suffering. And I just wish, like I said, I know there are people out there trying to do that are trying very hard. And like I said, I'll shout them out here so other people can learn about that and try to help in their way too. I'm stymied by my body's wrapped with autoimmune disease, but I'm trying. I think I do
pretty well. I can always, do more. And hopefully I will if this medicine works. Anyway, that's why I chose the title of this episode, which I think is 29. And I wanted to give that tonight too. Oh, in the surprise category, not today, yesterday. Do you remember telling you that, I don't know if I told you, like a month ago, I was feeling very, very, very sad, and I very, very much missed my sister. I missed my mother too, but my sister is something different. And I don't know if I was high, but I know that I was very low, like thinking, I have to say these things to her because I may not be here. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not here, I will never have said this to her. So anyway, I wrote her a note, and it wasn't a perfect note, I'm sure. In fact, I know there's one thing I wish I hadn't put in. It wasn't anyway. But the gist of the note was that I never stopped loving her, even though I had to remove her from my life, or just step back from a relationship with her because I'm healing. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I am. The awareness of it is huge, that's a huge and very scary first step, is the total awareness, letting go of that denial. Anyway, and I went ahead and put an address label on it because I figured this is such a personal letter. It's not like I didn't mention like our childhood or anything like that. I just said that just because I stepped back from a relationship or stepped back from a relationship. I know that sounds like I ended our relationship because I had to, and I was learning to recognize this. I have to protect myself, and because I'm still in a vulnerable position, especially I'm single or divorced and child free, and because of these diseases, and because I don't make a lot of money, I don't go out. So I don't meet people except. Hold on, before I do that, let's just sing the birthday girl is here. Oops, the birthday girl is here. Everybody say happy birthday, Lily Bell. She looks thrilled, doesn't she? Thank you, baby. CEO stopped by. CEO birthday. Oh, did you see her? I'm sorry, I just have to look at her little bow. Sorry, baby girl. Just think of that as not getting back, but canceling out when you put put all of your weight on one paw on one of my boobs. and then that's it. That's it. That's all I ask of you, is I could squeeze you and love you and show off the birthday girl. And then I forgot because I told him about your new bow. So, new flower. And how pretty it looks on you. You're being so good. And now boy, you smell so good. Your mom must have given you a shower. A bath. A little bath. Because you smell like baby powder. You smell like. Remember, like Gina Tay? I actually liked Gina Tay. And they had that splash. It never looked like that when I tried it. Baby girl!